Can you believe what just happened? In a league obsessed with narratives, where every success is dissected and every failure magnified, how quickly do we forget the sheer grit it takes to stand in the pocket? The whispers have grown into a roar, a question that now hangs heavy over the Bay Area. Has the incredible and probable story of Brock Purdy, the last pick of the draft, finally met its match in the most unexpected of comebacks? The football world is reeling, and frankly, what we've witnessed is nothing short of absurd. Success in the NFL, much like a fleeting dream, often feels precariously fragile, especially when the chorus of critics claims it's merely a stroke of luck. Imagine for a moment carrying the hopes of a franchise, navigating the treacherous waters of a playoff run, only to have your accomplishments diminished, attributed not to your talent, but to the intricate machinery of the system around you. Fans know this sting, this particular brand of injustice. It's akin to watching a celebrated hero, a warrior who defied all odds, suddenly being labeled as merely ordinary. Yet, sometimes it is precisely this gnawing doubt, this dismissive skepticism, that ignites a storyline so audacious, so utterly unforeseen, that it captivates everyone. A story that reminds us that destiny, in its most ironic form, often has a wicked sense of humor. The San Francisco 49ers, a team built on robust talent and strategic depth, have found themselves navigating a treacherous landscape of injuries. The air around Santa Clara has been thick with concern. Star wide receiver Brandon Ayuk remains sidelined, his explosive playmaking sorely missed. The incomparable George Kittle, a tight-net tight end, is on injured reserve, leaving a gaping void in both the passing game and the blocking schemes. And then the most unsettling blow, Brock Purdy, the young signal caller who has defied expectations at every turn, missed crucial time with a nagging toe issue. When your biggest names, your foundational pillars, begin to crumble, the inevitable questions about depth, stability, and the true resilience of the roster begin to creep in like shadows lengthening at dusk. It was against this backdrop of uncertainty and mounting pressure that the stage was set for an unexpected hero. Facing the formidable New Orleans Saints, a team known for its defensive prowess, a familiar yet forgotten name stepped into the spotlight: Mac Jones. After what could only be described as a rough, uninspiring start to his career in New England, and a journey that led him to the West Coast, Jones surprised everyone. He didn't just manage the game, he dominated. He threw for an astonishing 279 yards, dissecting the Saints secondary with surgical precision, and tossed 3 crucial touchdowns. It wasn't merely serviceable, it was, by all accounts, an impressive, eye-opening performance. It was the kind of outing that leaves fans, analysts, and even the most hardened skeptics wondering if this was more than just a fleeting moment of brilliance. Was this the awakening of a talent long dormant, or perhaps simply misunderstood? This stunning display, coming at a time of vulnerability for the 49ers, immediately added a potent fuel to an already simmering fire. The always provocative Colin Cowherd, never one to shy away from a controversial take, wasted no time in fanning the flames. His pronouncement was stark and direct. Purdy's success is mostly circumstantial. He went further, suggesting with a knowing smirk that the 49ers might now possess 2 working quarterbacks, one expensive, one cheap. Cowherd's words, delivered with his characteristic blend of insight and provocation, stung. They resonated deeply because they dared to articulate a question that many 49ers faithful had tried desperately to avoid, a question that now demands an answer. Is Brock Purdy's reign as the undisputed starter truly as secure as we once believed? The irony of the situation is so sharp it could cut. Cast your mind back to 2021. The 49ers, then in search of their franchise quarterback, were reportedly on the cusp of drafting Mac Jones. They held the 3rd overall pick, and all signs pointed to the Alabama product. Yet, in a dramatic twist of fate, they opted for Trey Lance instead, a move that, in hindsight, has been fraught with challenges. Years later, as if guided by an unseen hand of destiny, the narrative has circled back. Mac Jones, the quarterback they almost drafted, is now in San Francisco wearing the red and gold and showing tantalizing flashes of the talent that once made him a top-tier prospect. The universe, it seems, has a peculiar way of bringing things full circle, forcing us to confront the what-ifs with a resounding what now? Critics, ever eager to categorize and label, have often dismissed Brock Purdy as a system guy. They argue that his success is a mere byproduct of Kyle Shanahan's genius offensive scheme, surrounded by an embarrassment of riches in terms of offensive weapons. They point to his modest physical tools, suggesting he's a game manager rather than a game changer. And yes, Purdy's numbers did experience a slight dip last season. But what those critics conveniently overlook is the brutal reality of the NFL. The health of his supporting cast also plummeted. When your top receivers are hobbled, your star tight end is out, and your offensive line is patchwork, even the most elite quarterbacks struggle. Yet, despite these challenges, Purdy's uncanny ability to steady the offense amidst chaos, to make the crucial throw under duress, and to consistently lead scoring drives speaks volumes. It suggests a quarterback who is far more than just a cog in a machine. It suggests a leader who elevates those around him. Sometimes, the true essence of a story hinges entirely on how you choose to interpret it. Take Week 1, for instance. Purdy, under immense pressure, tossed 2 uncharacteristic interceptions. For some, it was proof of his limitations, a crack in the system QB facade. But what those same critics often fail to mention, or perhaps intentionally gloss over, is what happened next. Despite those turnovers, Purdy, with ice in his veins and an unwavering resolve, orchestrated the game-winning drive. That wasn't luck. That wasn't the system carrying him. That was pure, unadulterated grit. That was the embodiment of leadership, of showing up and delivering when the pressure cooker reaches its boiling point. And make no mistake, San Francisco noticed. The locker room noticed. The coaching staff noticed. So, as we stand at this fascinating crossroads, the question reverberates throughout the league. Is this truly a brewing quarterback controversy, a genuine battle for the starting job, or is it merely the insatiable hunger of the media creating noise where there's only a temporary solution? Do you, the passionate fans, see Mac Jones as a legitimate threat to Brock Purdy's hard-earned position, a potential usurper to the throne? Or is Purdy, the improbable hero, still undeniably the guy, the unwavering leader destined to guide this team forward? The narrative is far from written, and the next chapter promises to be nothing short of captivating. This is more than just a quarterback debate. It's a testament to the relentless, unforgiving nature of professional football. It's a story of redemption, of unexpected opportunities, and of the constant battle against skepticism. It reminds us that in the NFL, nothing is ever given, and everything must be earned time and time again. The 49ers, a team already steeped in rich history and dramatic moments, are now poised on the precipice of another defining chapter. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the tension is palpable. What do you think, 49ers faithful? Is this a genuine dilemma, a fascinating twist of fate, or just another chapter in the endless drama of the NFL? We want to hear your voice. Hit that like button if you're as gripped by this story as we are, and dive into the comments below. Tell us your take. Is Mac Jones the real deal, or is Brock Purdy still the unquestioned leader of this team? Let the debate rage, because in football, passion is everything.